I use this analogy quite often. I say, if I said to you, please turn on the light switch, and I said it to you in a language that you didn't understand, and I gave you $500, and I waved it in front of your nose, you still wouldn't know what I was talking about. And if I physically punished you for not knowing what I wanted, you still wouldn't know what I was talking about. But if I took you by the hand and led you to the light switch, and took your finger and pushed the light switch, big smile on my face, gave you a hug and $100, you'd say, this guy's trying to teach me something. But when I ask people, if I lead you to the light switch, am I using physical force? And 99% of people I ask say, no, you've guided me. Static behaviors are not done enough. I think that you have to have a relationship with your dog. I know of a dog trainer here in Canada that one time commented on a law enforcement board, said, try taking a nap with your dog one time. And he was laughed at. Everybody believes that these are self-gratifying, greedy monsters that only perform for themselves. When in fact, and I think you can attest to this after spending some time with Scarlett, she's constantly looking at me, and she's very
absolutely
affectionate.
Constantly. She never takes her eyes off you. From a young age, how do you get the Malinois into that down state?
When we housebreak a puppy, we start with a doggy bed, and we put the dog on the dog bed. And when the dog gets off the bed, we say no, and we pick up the dog, put the dog back on the bed, stay. And I believe in the stay command because it's a concept that the dogs need to learn. It's not something physical or tangible that they can quite grasp easily. And we just keep bringing them back. And after 3, 4 strikes, we'll put them in the crate for a little bit. And I know a lot of trainers will say, well, a crate should never be a punishment, but you can't sit there all day long. You have to create a negative association to getting off the bed. So instead of punishing physically a puppy, I put them in the crate, wait till they settle, and then we try again back on the bed. And we keep working it over and over and over. We keep chipping away at it. And then every so often when the dog is staying for a few minutes, we'll take them out and we'll give them a low value reward. So think of like the Olympics. You have your gold, silver, and bronze medals. To a Malinois, a ball or a toy or a frisbee is a gold medal reward. It's very intense. Food is kind of like a silver medal, and praise is kind of like a bronze medal. It becomes difficult to handle an older dog that hasn't had training. So if you're going to buy a Malinois, start the training early. So in our program, the dogs are born here, raised here, trained here.
You bred Scarlett. She's one of yours. She is exceptional.
She's genetically a very decent dog because of the selection process, but we have a lot of success with a lot of our clients with dogs that haven't come from our program. I think that yes, she's a very biddable dog, but there are also key components in the training that help. So her genetics are important, and the training, and they have to go hand in hand. Generally speaking, handler sensitivity is something that I feel is not expressed as important enough in the selection process of a dog. Creating a dog that understands that everything comes through you, not in fear of you, is probably the most important thing. And one of the things that I notice most about these dogs is they're so in tune to their handlers that if you treat them like they're made out of glass, then they think they're made out of glass. And we see a lot of Malinois that are either poorly bred or poorly raised or both, that are very skittish and fear biters. And we have to be careful because those dogs get lumped into the really well-bred, well-trained ones. A lot of people, and rightfully so, are suggesting that they're not a pet, that they should be a working dog and a working dog exclusively. And I sort of agree with that, I do. But I do think that there's an opportunity for people who are dedicated and motivated and are committed to a Belgian Malinois, that it can be a wonderful dog. If somebody came to me and said, I have an active lifestyle, I want a dog that will go everywhere with me, I like to hike, I like to canoe, I like to camp, I like to do these things, the dog can be trained in a way that they can still be a great, great companion. Because I'll tell you, when I'm away doing seminars and conferences, she lies in bed with me. She is such a sweetheart, and I don't have to worry about the hierarchy within our pecking order because our obedience wasn't done through self-gratification. It was at the end of every behavior, so that through me she gets to achieve all of the things that she wants, and I don't create this anxiety-ridden, hyper-anxious, motivated dog.